Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Insane every single time I'm asked to compromise, 'cause I'm afraid and stuck in my ways, and that's the way it stays. So how long did I expect love to outweigh ignorance? How that look on your face, I may have forced the scale to tip. I'm not insane, I'm not insane. I'm not insane, I'm not insane. Come back to me, it's almost easy. Come back again, it's almost easy. Shame pulses through my heart from the things I've done to you. It's hard to face, but the fact remains that this is nothing now. I left you bound in time with suicidal memories. Selfish beneath the skin, but deep inside I'm not insane.
All right. So, Lordy, has it been an eventful past couple of days? We had teachers fucking students.
Yeah.
We had the government fucking privates. Some dude bought a fire truck a few months ago, and I'm still proud of that fucking dude. That's a hell of a counseling statement right there. Have you seen that that video, Ghosty, of the dude?
Yeah, I watched it today.
All I can sit there and think of is like, I can just imagine. It's like, hey, okay, the fucking order of march with the vehicles. We're gonna take Sergeant so and so. You're in lead. Make sure 1, 2, 1, 3. Yo, private, you got your fucking fire truck? Great. We don't have to get fucking range on this fucking shit. Just get the hoses and we're good. No range fires today. Bam. He's the most useful person on the entire team.
Yep.
Happy birthday to your daughter, D-Max. Hell yeah. How you doing? Man, she's 10. Go, I don't know. Moana it up. Moana and Frozen, bro. I don't know. Take her to Disney World. Lord almighty. Okay, I'm going to get this right out of the way. Right out of the fucking gate. We're going right into it. Bergdahl's back.
Unfortunately.
Actually, this is... I called this. I fucking called this 2 months ago. Bergdahl's lawyers file motion to dismiss based on President's remarks. Okay. I'll read the article real quick. Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl made a last-minute argument Tuesday that President Donald Trump has reaffirmed his criticism of the soldier, preventing him from receiving a fair sentence on charges he endangered comrades in Afghanistan. Lawyers for Bergdahl, who pleaded guilty this week to charges that could send him to prison for life, cited a news conference this week in which President Trump indicated he stands by his campaign trail criticism of Bergdahl. They asked to have the case dismissed. While running for president, President Trump repeatedly called Bergdahl a traitor and suggested harsh punishments. Lawyers for Bergdahl, what the fuck? Why is it just repeating itself? God, it's just repeating itself. The paragraphs in the article are just repeating themselves over and over, word for word. Asked about the Bergdahl case on Monday, President Trump first said he wouldn't comment. Then he added, but I think people have heard my comments in the past. It's a very important statement. I'll get back to that. Bergdahl's lawyers say the remark is especially problematic now that President Trump is commander-in-chief. President Trump stands at the pinnacle of an unbroken chain of command that includes key participants in the remaining critical steps of the case, the defense wrote. The judge overseeing the case, Army Colonel Jeffrey R. Nance, previously called Trump's campaign statements about Bergdahl disturbing and disappointing, but ruled that they didn't amount to unlawful command influence. The judge's February ruling noted that Trump's disparaging comments were made before he was president. Nance wrote that the statements of a private citizen, even if running for president, cannot be unlawful command or influence. This was before President Trump was president and when he made these statements.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the judge told the defense that they could renew their motion if there was new developments surrounding President Trump. White House media staff didn't immediately respond to an email seeking comment Tuesday. Bergdahl, who's from Haley, Idaho, pleaded guilty Monday to desertion and misbehavior before the enemy for walking off his remote post in Afghanistan in 2009. He was captured and held by the Taliban and its allies for 5 years. Okay, Legal Beagle. My Legal Beagle is going insane here. When you have a person in a position of authority that can cause undue influence or harm through their actions or words, and you see it all the time in the civilian courts, you see it all the fucking time, the cases usually get dismissed because now there is no possible way for it to get a fair trial. And I am, first and foremost, a constitutionalist. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a constitutionalist. And constitutionally, this case has a very high likelihood of getting dismissed, getting thrown out. Because
It should be rendered moot because the judge said that those statements were made before he was president, and they don't have any bearing on it.
Now.
Secondly, he admitted guilt without striking a deal with prosecutors to limit his sentence, meaning that this punishment has been left up to Nance. He faces up to life in prison at sentencing starting next week. And it said that he pleaded guilty. So so if you plead guilty, then how are you going to get it? How's anybody going to let it get thrown out anyways? He's just waiting for a sentence.
However, when that statement came out by President Trump that said, Trump first said he wouldn't comment, which was the right thing to do. But then he added, I think people have heard my comments in the past. It brings all of those comments he said on the campaign trail. Now, all of those comments regarding Sergeant Bergdahl are now applicable.
Well, you can take it either way because he could. I mean, even if he didn't say that, how many people still go, well, he said this and this and this and this, and try to rip him apart and say he's a racist or this or this or this from all of his tweets like years and years and years ago. So people are going to use that crap against him regardless of whether he said, well, people have heard what I said in the past.
Legally, what happens is when you take up a position of power, be it a president or a CEO, your verbs, your verbiage, your words are not held accountable to that position unless you make them to be held accountable. So by saying, I think they've heard my comments in the past, those comments prior, which were originally ruled he was a private citizen running for president, those comments now apply and formulate that policy and opinion of the President of the United States.
I disagree.
And that is how lawmakers have said it, and the law interprets it.
I disagree.
I
I think that's how people
understand.
try to twist shit to get what they want.
But that's law. That I hate to say it, that's law, and that's how
That's
these lawyers.
it's. I don't even think that's law. I think that's politics. I think that's how people get what they want.
But-
They twist different laws and rules and whatever is in place to fit their own agendas. And I think that if it gets thrown out, I would imagine that he's going to have a mob after him, because there's nobody in their right mind gonna. You're gonna have those people they're gonna try to take justice in their own hands, 100%.
Unfortunately, and here's the reality, people: if you try to take justice in your own hands, you're a vigilante. You're going to jail. Period. And quote.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm
But
not saying you wouldn't. I'm just saying that I would expect something like that to happen if it gets thrown out.
But the issue here, and yes, he does not deserve to be called sergeant. However, that is his title. He does have a title.
For now.
Until that title gets stripped, he is still Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. Moving past that, the issue is that it isn't DMAX. It isn't a matter of enough proof. Opinions can't be used in courts. Unfortunately, opinions are used in courts. Public opinion is a heavy thing that weighs on the courts, especially in such a high-profile case. If you look at the O.J. Simpson trial, the country thought O.J. was fucking great. Half of it thought he was horrible. Half of it thought he was great. But the harsh reality is, it's gonna be fucking hard to find a jury that didn't know who the fuck O.J. Simpson was. Similar things have happened on the civilian side as what's happening right now with Bergdahl. And the issue here with Bergdahl is, unfortunately, the president, now in such a position of power in the direct chain of command of the United States military, has stated, fucking kill him, hang him high, but the military still has to abide by due process. You have a right to a fair and speedy trial. A fair and speedy trial. And when you're denied that fair and speedy trial, you have not been served due process, and your constitutional rights have been violated.
I got a question for you.
Oh, let's hear it.
Since we're still currently in a war, doesn't that mean that he could actually be killed by a firing squad?
UCMJ, where you at? Maybe? I don't think we've had... I know it's in the UCMJ, Death by Firing Squad, somewhere.
But I think that's like during a time of war, though, right? If you desert or do something like that, that's something that actually can be applicable in sentence.
Legal process. Capital cases are tried in court-martials. Enlisted rank. Army automatically appealed to the Court of Criminal Appeals. Would be conducted under regulation issued on 17/2006. Special housing unit. Yeah, we still have it. 1961 was the last military execution to date, and hanging was the sole and official method. In 1961, the military introduced the electric chair, which has never been used. Lethal injection is the only method, but there hasn't been a execution since 1961.
No, I vote for the firing squad.
Firing squad is not allowed. We inject them with a drug and kill him. But the issue here is not does he deserve death? The issue and the question that I'm posing, ignoring the fact that he deserted, ignoring the fact that he's a shitbag, I'm talking about if this was you in his shoes, and you had the president sitting there saying, fuck him, hang him, let Ghosty fucking die, kill KJ, fuck him, let him die. Do you feel you would get, if you were in that position, would you be getting due process? Would you be getting your fair and speedy trial? Your fair and speedy trial. That is what I'm putting at. Because
honestly, with Trump as president, I think that I would, because there are so many people trying to crucify the crap out of the guy or don't give a fuck about what he says. And like, I don't feel like Trump's comments would hold any weight in the issue. Like, what I did is what I did, and I'm being held accountable for my actions. And he's owned up to, as in pleaded guilty to, what he's being held accountable for. So he knows what he did was what he did, and he was wrong. So who cares? If somebody, like, if you pled guilty and you know you're fucking wrong and your shit has been called out, and the president, who apparently hardly anybody likes and thinks is a racist whatever, says something, how's that going to hold any stock in it if you've already pled guilty? The only reason to bring that into there is to hold against all hope, even though your traitorous piece of shit ass pled guilty, that your lawyers can get a little tiny bullshit loophole to get your stupid ass out of it.
It's not a loophole. First of all, this is not a loophole. This is not a loophole. This is a major thing in the U.S. Constitution. A huge thing. This is part of our Bill of Rights.
It's a last ditch breath to get out of owning up to your guilty plea.
Yeah,
that's all that is.
I'm gonna stop you right there. The reason why it feels last ditch, these comments were made the same day the trial was happening. So there was no way during trial to hear these comments being said and halt the trial. It didn't happen until they didn't hear the comments until after they went to trial and pled guilty. Now, even though he already pled guilty, and I don't care if you say you never be in those shoes, I'm telling you right now, imagine that you are. And if you can't imagine it, I'm sorry. But you are in his shoes for whatever fucking crime you've done, be it anything from fucking car theft to fucking failure to pay a parking fine. And the president's sitting there saying, fuck that dude. He's fucking guilty. Any president, from President fucking George Washington all the way to President Trump. That's
If
the
I
issue.
pled guilty before he made comments that I knew he made, then I would still plead guilty because that's what you've already said. I've committed this crime, or I've done these infractions or whatever. So how do you retract the fact that you're fucking guilty and you said you were guilty, and then the president said this thing and now I can try to get out of it. So let me be a piece of shit and get out of it, even though everybody knows
Now-
that you're guilty. So
Hold
try to
on,
go out into the
hold on.
world
When
being
you-
guilty, knowing you're guilty, and then try to get off on something and then see how that works out for you.
When you plead guilty, does not mean that the judge has made you guilty. The judge has judged you guilty. You plead guilty. That is what you are pleading. The judge may still find you innocent. That's happened
If you
many
plead
times.
guilty, dude, you know you fucking did it. That's stupid.
Hold on.
That's like what
Hold-
5-year-olds
I'm
do
not-
to try to get out of something.
I'm not asking you to talk about I'm asking you to talk. Law is not this standard black and white thing. The harsh reality. Oh, that's
It
a
should
fucking
be.
thing.
It should
It's
be.
not. And here's why. Great example, Ghosty. I'm going to give you a great example. And this is going to fucking trigger people out the fucking ass.
Already triggered.
I fucking...
There's daggers flying everywhere.
Yeah, let daggers fucking fly. It's always fun. I'm gonna bring up a very excellent point. Hillary Clinton and her emails. Hillary Clinton and her emails. Now, did 90% of the fucking Secretary of States in the past 20 years have a private email server? No. But did they all use personal fucking phones, check them at their house, shit like that? Fuck yeah. They've all said shit and alluded to it in some way or another. However, when you have such a gross misappropriation of state secrets, that's why there was an investigation conducted. However, look at what happened with James Comey a week before the election. And he stated, we may have something. She lost the election. James Comey got fired. James Comey got fired for his investigation of Trump. God, this is a really fucking loose thing. The point
I'm
trying to
surprised that's
make-
all that happened to James Comey, to be fair.
The point I'm trying to make is just the idea. You saw how popular opinion worked there. And how popular opinion, even though, yes, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, the electoral vote went to President Trump because the electors did not feel that Hillary was the right choice. So, from there, that James Comey coming out and saying, we may have something to investigate, popular opinion holds heavily. And Hillary Clinton can't do shit.
I don't
James
think
Comey-
that is the sole reason why she lost.
No.
I don't think you could base her whole election off of her,
No,
of that
I'm
one
not
thing.
but it was the tipping point. It was a major tipping point. I'll be straight up honest. with you.
I don't feel like it was a tipping point either. I just think it was just
Oh.
something that happened. But
I'm just
she's
trying
like
to-
a little mob boss. Like nothing's
Ghosty,
gonna happen
Ghosty,
to her,
Ghosty.
regardless of what you find.
I'm talking about popular opinion. Popular opinion is something that is massively forcing politics and law. For example, did you know that Wyoming was the first state to have a female politician? I think it was a female governor, I believe. Wyoming had the first female governor ever. First female, yep, there it is. First female governor ever. Why? Because in the West, women were the ones that were pioneering the villages and the towns and all that shit through prostitution. Harsh reality. That's what happened. But as time went forward, past that time of the of Manifest Destiny Expanding West, popular opinion of prostitution went down. We found it immoral, and now prostitution's illegal. Same thing here can be applied with Bowie Bergdahl. Sergeant Bergdahl is a fucking shitbag, and he deserted, and we all agree with that. However, the president is not allotted the same freedoms that we are because he has such a public opinion and a public place to state that opinion. He can affect all 300 million Americans with 2 sentences. Oh, and by the way, the world with fucking Twitter. His fucking podium is every day of every minute of his life.
You mean like Obama trading a bunch of terrorists for the traitorous piece of shit? You're not supposed to negotiate with terrorists? You mean like that kind of influence?
I don't agree with that, but the rationale behind it I can understand. You don't leave someone behind. And what was presented, we don't know how it was presented other than how it was reported. It may have been presented, oh, we've held him captive for 5 years. He's been captive and malnourished. We don't fucking know, because the narrative that's only been presented is what the media can tell us. We don't, unless we have someone here that's working in the State Department or higher echelons of the DOD, please feel free, call in. I'll find a way. I'll stick a fan up to my microphone so we can, mask your voice. You can say, "Oh yes, we had notifications that he was being abused, and we wanted to make sure he was safe," and shit like that. We don't know except for what the media actually told us and reported. And I'm not judging President Obama. I'm judging President Trump and his inability to keep his goddamn mouth shut. I like it that he calls it like it is, but god damn it, man, you have to give every fucking citizen their fucking constitutional rights. Allie, Dale, John, D-Max, Ghosty, Ice, Minx, you all have a constitutional goddamn right to a fair and speedy trial. Period and fucking quotes. Everyone. Bergdahl's not getting that. He's an American fucking citizen, and he's not getting that. And that pisses me off. That pisses me off. Because the minute we start making exceptions for one, we make exceptions for larger groups, and that's exactly how fucking dystopians happen. That's exactly what happens when you had fucking World War II prior to that with the fucking genocide, with the fucking Holocaust. Well, we can isolate the Jews because, they're the ones that control all the money and control all of this and control all of that. You make one exception with our basic Bill of Rights, and then you can apply another person that exception, and another, and another, and another, and another. And then no one's covered. And we have a police state. God damn it, I need more coffee. Ugh. That's the point.
I mean, we could talk about it till the cows come home. I see everything in black and white, and I'm gonna keep disagreeing with you. So I'm just gonna say I just respectfully disagree. I'm not saying about your just last comment, but I mean, as far as Bergdahl's concerned, and the judge said it doesn't hold any bearing, fuck him. I don't care. I don't think it holds any bearing. There's so many people I'm in England, so in that country that don't give a flying fuck about Trump or constantly try to find shit to use against him or could care less. So I honestly don't think it's gonna hold any sway in that at all. And if it goes down to the judge and the judge is saying it's not gonna hold any bearing in my decision, then there you go.
And unfortunately, sorry, I have.
No, wait, really quickly, because the judge said it's not going to hold any bearing in the decisions, but Bergdahl said it's down to the judge. So does that mean he's not going to have a 12-man jury? Is it just the judge?
Yeah, he was going to have a judge alone, which I already said.
Right. Okay, and that was because he didn't think that, or he probably thought his chances were better with a judge than with 12 jurors. Correct?
I don't know. I'm not inside his mind or his lawyers. I can only
hypothesize. Well, I mean, if it's like a military court, do you think 12 freaking soldiers are gonna be giving him any leeway in a court proceeding? They're gonna feel sorry for him. They're gonna give a poop about what Trump said about him. No, they already made their opinions about him years ago after he came back, and then he was found out to be guilty for leaving. And cost people lives. Cost people. That one soldier that went looking for him, that his body got all burned up and messed up and everything.
And that's entirely correct. But once again, what he said, what Colonel Nance said, was in February, right after or right around President Trump getting elected. Now,
okay, well, how long has this trial? Have people been waiting for this trial? How long has it been?
I don't fucking know.
A couple of years?
Yeah.
How long have we known that he was a traitor and he deserted his post? A couple of years? So people have already made their opinions and decided what they think or feel about Bergdahl way before Donald Trump ever opened his mouth. As soon as I heard about that guy being missing, and then they go and looking for him, and then finally found him and figured out that he deserted his fucking post, and people died looking for him, I already made up my mind about him. And so did probably most of everybody in this country, service members included,
Okay.
especially service members.
Okay. First of all, don't get it fucking twisted. I personally think he's a shitbag. But I'm separating myself from my personal feelings. As much as I want to join the fucking hype train about fuck Bergdahl, you're a fucking twat waffle bitch. And I wish I could fucking strangle you for being a fucking asshole and completely disrespecting my beloved Blue Cord and my beloved infantry. Which I believe he was an infantryman. I think he was.
I thought he was like an intel or something, or like the little comms guy, that faces those little satellites and shit.
Now I'm fucking
On the
curious.
base.
I thought he was fucking infantry.
I don't think he was.
I know he was with an infantry unit.
Yeah, but I don't think his job was
No,
infantry. I think he was like I think he was a fobbit. I'm pretty sure.
Oh god, what the fuck was he? God damn it.
And I'm not trying to get anything twisted. I was just merely making a point
Yeah,
that
he
I
was
think
infantry.
people have
He
made
was
up their mind
infantry.
about Bergdahl way
He was
before Trump
infantry.
ever opened his mouth. That's all I was saying.
Alright, Ghosty, hold on a second. He fucking dishonored my beloved infantry. I'm now justified to say that. My Blue Cord, he has dishonored that. He has brought shame to that. But, as a man with knowledge and some practical time in the field of law, I am more upset that a human being that is a citizen of the United States is getting denied his fair and speedy trial. Because unfortunately, when you have someone in a public position that can affect the entire majority, as President Trump has, as we've seen, as we'll get to later on today, that person's rights have been violated. It does not matter if he pled guilty. It does not matter if he pled innocent. Or pled not guilty. It does not matter. What matters is during this entire time, and I cannot trust someone saying that that Colonel Nance would not have this sit in his mind, that he would not let this fester, because the harsh reality is Colonel Nance is a soldier. No matter what, if you are a member of the military, you automatically view deserters, you automatically view traitors, you automatically view blue on blue people who commit blue on blue actions as fucking horrible people, as fucking evil people. But the harsh reality is, I cannot sit by and allow a trampling of our constitutional rights. I can't. And you shouldn't either. We signed to defend the Constitution. Every man, woman, and child of the United States. We all signed to defend the Constitution. When is someone not worthy of that defense? I ask you that. Everyone is saying fuck Bergdahl, but when is someone not worthy of being defended or treated how they are treated accordingly to our Constitution? I know
I'm not saying that you shouldn't uphold the Constitution. I'm just saying I don't think what Trump says has any bearing on the situation.
But
that's
does.
My opinion, though. That's how I feel about it.
The minute he said, period, end quote, those, I think people have heard my comments in the past. Those comments in the past directly are his policy regarding Bergdahl as president. Done. And that's I mean, fucking Dr. Michael Savage couldn't say it fucking better. Of shut the fuck up. That's the biggest issue. Shut the fuck up. If you say no comment, no fucking comment. By the way, these are my opinions. These are not anyone fucking else. These are mine.
Yeah, same. Yeah, 100%. And I stand by my opinion, and I'm to the age and the personality that I don't care if people like them. It's just the way I feel about it, and I can respectfully disagree with friends or other people and still be friends with them at the end of the day, or oops,
I mean, 99% of people
My
can't
bad.
these days, but
That-
fuck it.
hold on. Yeah, that went to the wrong person.
Huh?
Don't look at that.
Don't look at
I sent a text, but it went to one of you guys.
Whoa, that ghosty!
Whoops.
Whoa!
All right. Anyway. Yeah. So.
Listen,
Moving on.
if you have an opinion about this, call the show 415-889-8367. If you feel that Sergeant Bergdahl's constitutional rights are getting trampled upon, aren't getting trampled upon, and that the president did or did not affect that, please feel free. Give a call 415-889-8367. And that way, bam, we can get your opinions.
Call the show now at 415-889-8367.
Love for you to be a part
Oh,
of
you
it.
read it.
What?
Did you read it?
Oh, I totally read it. I want to.
Oh, you prick.
I feel so honored, Ghosty. That.
Ah,
you know,
damn it. That was supposed to go to my boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm
God.
pretty sure. I don't think my wife is going to thrill that. Send nude. D-Max is saying, D-Max, you don't want nudes of me, bro. God damn.
No, it's not. He just asked me if I was getting ready because I have that meeting coming up pretty quick. So.
Word. Don't worry.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Well, if you want to quickly, for a second, change the subject while people decide if they want to call. People over here in England, I told them about the Szechuan sauce thing, and they're like, "Well, why didn't we get it?" And I said, "I don't know," but they're like, "Oh, are we gonna get it when they bring it back in the wintertime?" And I said, "I don't know, but if they do, buy it and sell it on eBay because people are paying like $600 for a tiny packet." So.
I don't trust them bringing back the Szechuan sauce. I don't trust any corporation now after the Szechuan sauce debacle, except for Wendy's. Oh my fucking God. All right, we went all super serious. Please call the show if you want to keep talking Bergdahl. I'm here. I'm willing to talk about it. I will defend my position, and I will argue it. And then we'll go home and have drinks and beers and chalupas and tacos.
Yep.
But we got to keep the show moving forward, and we went heavy, so we're going to go light. Holy fucking shit, Wendy's after the whole Szechuan sauce debacle. Did you see any of that shit?
No, they don't have Wendy's over here.
Okay, so Wendy's fucking went ham after the Szechuan sauce on their Twitter. And it was bad.
Like, oh, the person that does Wendy's Twitter that like roasts people, like that kind of bad, or
Yeah. Like, okay.
oh, I want to see this.
Szechuan, Matt Drago, fucking Twitter. Szechuan sauce is a lie. At Wendy's would never treat us this way. Sorry you had to live through this. We'll be here for you from Wendy's. It's just fucking bad. Where the fuck are
The Wendy's person who does their Twitter, like they roast people, and it's
savage.
funny.
Send pics of Sphinx cats. Oh my God. Irish coffee for breakfast. Fuck yeah. I'm about to... Listen, do you not see this, schnoz? I'm about to have me a cup of Colombian with some, gonna knock out some bagels with lox and some cream cheese, Get a cup of coffee for quart off the Q train. You know what I'm talking about? Forget about it. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm from uber liberal New York. Oh. God, oh, man. Anyway, fucking Szechuan sauce. I fucking still want some.
I'm trying to find God, Wendy's tweets a lot.
Oh man, I'm gonna send you some of the best ones. I'm sending it to you right now.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, because I have to scroll for ages. They have like 2.8 million or 2.08 million followers.
Yeah, because they're just fucking on fire. Like Wendy's.
But I think it's because of that one person that they have in charge of their
Yeah.
Twitter.
that person is someday gonna get fired. Is like,
No, it's too funny. And if they do, they can just come over to us because they're hilarious.
we'll scoop. Hey, Wendy's Twitter chick, or dude, we'll scoop you up. You can rock. We'll get you doing some WTF Nation radio tweets or something, bro.
100%.
Anti-gun.
The person-
Man, fucking Dale every fucking time. It's something. Damn, dude. New York's got fucking donuts and bagels. God damn. I live in Tennessee now. Fuck. Very negative.
Oh, I heard about like a little bakery in New York that delivers like fresh baked cookies to your house at like 2 in the morning.
That's the one thing I miss about like.
I need some of that in my life.
When I moved to the South, I was like, I was 12 when I moved to the South. When I moved to Florida, and I fucking like I miss a lot of the conveniences that came with living on Long Island in New York. You know, New York pizza. Pardon me, New York pizza was one of them. Fucking having good pizza, having good fucking delivery. People that don't know how to drive but still stay in their fucking lanes. I mean, if there's one thing in New York forces, it's like stay in your goddamn lane. Everybody, it's just turn your blinker on. Nope, don't you fucking do it. But it's one of those things of like I came down to Florida, I was in a culture shock because all of a sudden biscuits and gravy and sweet tea, and I was like, holy fucking shit, this fat kid food's great. Breakfast food that actually isn't just on a fucking fucking hoagie roll. Holy shit.
Wendy's. Glad we could pick up the slack for those clowns.
And then I moved to Tennessee, and I'm like, man, I wonder what Tennessee has to offer me. Memphis barbecue, Nashville hot chicken. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get fat. I'm gonna get fat. And lo and behold, yeah, you can't get a decent piece. Oh wait, no, Roma's. Roma's is fantastic, Allie. You know what? I'm gonna look up Roma's Pizza. I'm commenting it right now so you can check it out. Roma's Pizza. They make awesome pizza. There you go, Allie. Check them
where'd
out
you post it?
if you live in Nashville. Check out Roma's Pizza. Oh, Krispy Kreme. Dunkin' Donuts is all we have up north. But Krispy Kreme, oh my god.
They have Krispy Kreme in England. It's like the legit Krispy Kreme. It's really good. Also, if you ever go to Washington State, go to Legendary Donuts in Auburn, but you have to go at least a few hours before they close or they'll have nothing left. And if you go to Oregon, go to Voodoo Donuts. That place is awesome as well.
We have a Voodoo Donuts here in my town here in Nashville.
Maybe they started branching out, I don't know, but it's like they have like the nuttiest donuts. Like they have like a Homer Simpson one that has like Captain Crunch cereal on top of it and like jelly on the inside.
I can't have a donut shop. I'll get diabetes in a month. All right, I'll die.
I actually need to gain weight. I was told by my army physician that I'm like barely at the minimum requirement, so I have to actually put on weight.
Why are we focusing so much on gun-free zone? Jesus fucking Christ. We're here talking about food. Chicago's a gun-free zone with the most gun deaths.
Well, yeah, because
food,
logically
man.
it makes sense because criminals are going to attack people who can't defend themselves. Duh.
No, we're not getting on this whole Second Amendment bullshit. No, not today. No. We're talking about Bergdahl.
Someone's trying to debate you into a different topic.
And then the hardcore question next hour, which is how can the veteran community help heal the division in the country? But that's next hour. Fuck.
And everybody ponder that because that's quite a big question.
And I'm gonna post that again real quick. How can the veteran community, as I'm typing while I'm talking, help heal the division in our country? I asked this on, as I type out question, not country. I asked this on Tuesday. And I want to get your opinions about that in the second hour of the show. All right? Second hour of the show. After 1 o'clock Eastern, we'll talk about that. And boycotting the NFL. No, I mean serious. Not one person actions. I'm talking the entire community. We'll share our thoughts now, and then next hour we'll get all the callers. How about that, Ghosty?
Yep.
All right. To put some oomph behind this, I'm talking about if you are a member of the veteran community, active duty, whatever. What is the best way to heal this division we have in our country? It's like two sides that are always fighting, and because we're a country that wants to win, we always want to win. Republicans versus Democrats, fucking Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter, fucking Antifa versus
everybody else.
Fuck Antifa. But everybody is just at odds. non-genders and fucking other genders versus fucking cisgenders and fucking guns versus no guns. How can we fucking help heal this division? Bring people from these two fucking raw fuck you, Aussie man review, fuck you noises to unity, to division, to how can we get back together? Not hug. Yeah, well, save your ideas for the second hour. I want to hear it from Ghosty. I can give you my 2 cents real quick, which is education. Everything boils down to fucking education. Everything boils, and now I'm not talking about fucking college education. I'm talking about practical education. Practical education.
Well, hatred is learned, though, isn't it? I mean, it starts in people's houses.
Hatred is not something you don't learn at 2 or 3 years old how to drop the N-bomb unless you're taught it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It's something that people are teaching their kids. It's something that the kids are growing up around. So, like I said, it starts at home. It starts with the way people raise their children and how they see the world and they view other people in it. But I think that the military is such a diverse place with people of all different religions and races and thoughts and political views and whatever, but we all serve under the same flag. And if everybody collectively came together as a huge melting pot and came up with ways of banding together and outreaching and showing how we all work together regardless of different religions or race or creed or whatever, then I think that's a good starting point, to be honest. I mean, the military has a lot of different programs and things like that for service members, and I think in different platforms that they can reach out with. So I don't know. I think you kind of start with some stuff that's already in place and use it as a foundation to build off of, maybe.
Okay. I'm not asking fucking people are saying get rid of CNN, get rid of mainstream media, get rid of the fluoride.
Oh, yeah.
And that's okay, fine. That's you're entitled to that. I'm not asking that. I'm asking that if there were 5, 10, 20 of us, 20 veterans that decided, you know what? We don't like this shit. And we started taking matters into our own hands. We started forming organizations, peaceful protesting, using our constitutional rights, and really trying to affect change, kicking all the lobbyists out of Washington, doing whatever we need to do. What would we have to actually work on? And I'm not talking 1 or 2 small things. Fluoride is a small thing. I'm talking about things that would heal the division, bring Republicans and Democrats to see, okay, you're not exactly that bad. You're not fucking Satan, and you're not fucking flying spaghetti monster's evil cousin, flying Rotini monster. You're not fucking, Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter. Okay, we can reorganize this. How can we fix the division as a whole community, is what the military community is. Rook. Wow. You bring up a good point. The military is a piss poor foundation to build that off of. Why? Because most people believe that there's no free will within the military. They're convinced we only have the community we do because we are forced to. Well, then how do we change that? How do we change that perception? Rook Vic, I want to hear from you next hour. I want you to call the show. I'll have it plastered on ticker tape right down here. I want you to call the show because I want to talk to you about that one, Vic. That is an excellent point. But we know the masses don't understand the military. We are still trying to identify ourselves. Can't, man. Oh, your work. All right, no problem, man. Do what you got to do, bro. I ain't going to interrupt your day. I'm just glad you're listening, man. I appreciate your input. This is something that we're a huge community in this nation. Fuck, we're the largest in the world. There's more fucking prior service military than I bet there are fucking Boy Scouts. Or fucking, I don't know. More
Girl Scouts.
Screen Actor Guild members.
Oh, jeez.
Or fucking unions. Fuck, some of us are in unions. We're in politics. We're in fucking construction. We're in fucking schools. We're in fucking everywhere. We are literally fucking everywhere. So how the hell can't we get together, fucking communicate, literally shoot, move, communicate, and fucking end this? This is easy peasy lemon squeezy for us. We're fucking in every fucking pocket and facet of the United States. Or in England in fucking Ghosty's case.
Yep.
By the way, how's the takeover of Parliament?
Seems to be going okay. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out their system. It's quite different.
Much like the courts over there. Courts there are black and white. They're very black and
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, but lots of British people are black and white as well, which I think is kind of like a lot of it's rubbed off on me. So I'm just like,
What do you mean lots
no,
of British people are black and white?
Like, it's so weird because, like, when I first came here and I watched the news, and the reporter halfway through reporting this story got freaking pissed off about something and said, you know what? Fuck it. And then started just reading out, like, the thing, like, as he saw it. It's like, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to tell you how it is. And then did it. And I was like, my mouth was on the floor. I was like, what? And I looked at my boyfriend. He's like, yeah, that's normal. And I said, huh? Because, like, in America, they just sugarcoat shit and fluff it up and whatever and spin their own crap. And
Yeah. Well, that's
I mean, here they're just like, nope, here it is. And I'm just like, holy crap.
that's
So,
one of the things here that, like, I feel needs to change, that we as a veteran community could affect change, which is actually having the news be desensitized. Not desensitized, fucking,
just blunt,
no, fucking,
honest.
no. They don't have to rely on ratings. That's the issue. If you look at
Oh, right.
CNN
Yeah.
before the 80s and CNN after the 80s, there was no fucking Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown. And then, mid-90s, it's just, hey, we have this new show coming out on CNN. It's got fucking Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain? It's a ratings game in the fucking media. We don't need to destroy the media. We need to fucking restructure. We need to go back to where it wasn't fucking hungry for fucking money and, oh my god, I can get fucking rich. Love, fucking sex, religion, and politics. 3 things you're not supposed to talk about at the dinner table, and yeah, let's fucking talk about them on the news. Sell those ratings.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Well, over here, it's just like that saying is like, I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not Willy Wonka. And it's like, just tell it how it is. And
I fucking love that
even
saying.
the sports announcers do it. Like, if they don't like someone, I watch this guy go on a rant for like 10 minutes calling out different friggin' sports players. And like, why aren't you doing this? If you want this, then you need to do this and this and this. You need to get better. You need to be practicing more. You need to get off your ass. I was like, oh my god.
All right, we
This
just
is a great saying.
had someone comment, and I want to read it off. Start with the children. Take a page from ag in the classroom. Do special classes in the public schools that educate about what each MOS does and the truth about what you do each and every day. Get the interest of the children, and parents will have to follow. I think that needs to be broadened. I think that needs to be broadened from instead of just MOS, but fucking life. You know, there should be a fucking class on taxes. You know.
Oh, I agree.
Home ec
yeah,
for me.
like a
home ec for me.
home
in
ec
high
should
school.
actually be about home ec.
Yeah, home ec for me. I learned how to do taxes. I learned the bare bones of it. I learned how to calculate tax. I learned how to, sew, and I learned how to fix my pants, and I learned important skills that now, when shit happens, I don't have to go to fucking Kmart and buy new fucking pants. I can just sew them up.
Because you can't sew your own pants. My dad taught us all so, and then when he for taxes, he helped us pay in bills. He helped us fill out their bills, and he made sure we did it right, but he showed us how to do it all. So then when we were adults, we weren't like, I don't know how to pay my own bills because I've never done that before.
Paying bills, learning about contracts and rent and and all those fun little things, basic law, shit basic law, like this is a contract. You must abide by a contract. Contracts involve A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The basic shit that you need, that when you turn 18, you don't fucking sign up with fucking what the name is that fucking credit card? A Capital One with a fucking interest rate of 45%. Imagine the privates. Imagine the fucking privates that enlist in the military. All right, that enlist in the military, after having, we'll say, a banking class that teaches them how to fucking save money and accrue wealth, a fucking home ec class that teaches you all the necessities about, like, you know, dealing with taxes, dealing with how to take care of shit on your own, how to cook some basic meals, shit like that. Oh, and we'll go a step further, and we'll have that fucking basic laws, so they know fucking the basic laws about signing contracts and getting a car, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking imagine the privates that go in the military after that. Hey, private, what'd you get that car for? Well, I got it for 17% interest. I put $5,000 down, and I have $11,000 left to go. I'm gonna refinance it in 3 years through this company. When my credit score gets a little bit higher, I hope to get this credit score by then. And you know, bada bing, bada boom, I should be all good to go.
Yeah, instead of buying a $50,000 car with 28% APR interest rate on it.
Which is illegal.
Yeah.
28 fucking %. 24.5, guys. 24.5. Magic number. At least that's what it was in Kentucky. 24.5.
My senior drill instructor, when I was going through basic,
Shop.
she okay, you know how the banks, or like when they have you sign up with that bank, that's the military one, like USA or whatever it is, but they come into the room and they give you all the brochures and talk to you about crap. Well, as soon as the lady left the room, she's like, do you see this page that has like this credit card shit on it? And everybody's like, yeah. And she's like, don't fill that out. She said, don't sign up for it. It's bullshit. It's going to destroy your bank. You're not going to have any money left. She's like, don't do it. She's like, fill out the bank information. She's like, but don't do the credit card one.
Okay. And yeah, Chris, you're absolutely right. Shop is. I left out shop because that was something I personally wasn't interested in, so I forgot it. But I appreciate you bringing it up. Shop is important. Fucking education. Fucking. Goddamn, we're the most fucking technologically advanced species on this goddamn planet. And we fucking can't get basic education fucking down. We can't fucking teach kids between right and fucking wrong. Look at what's fucking happening now.
No, because they're spoiled little brats who think the world owes them everything.
God fucking damn.
It's just so many kids. They're just like, no, you don't give me this, and you're a terrible parent, and you're this, and you're that. And for me, I'm just like, well, I guess I'm a terrible parent then. Go to your room, you're grounded.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not going to raise a bunch of spoiled shits who think that everybody owes them something and they don't have to work for what they want.
But we're gonna take a break. All right, we're gonna take a break real quick, and we're gonna come back a couple of minutes. 4, 8, about 10-ish minutes. I'm gonna play some hippity hop. You know, gonna pop it over to the Mixer. Go if you want to listen to some interesting music. Pop over to Mixer. I'm gonna play it on there. I'll have Facebook Live up after the break, and I'll see you all back here. And I really want you all to think about that question and call in. The second hour, I want you to call in, and that's when I want to hear from you guys and get your opinions and how can we fix this as a community, not individually, but as a community. All right. You got anything for him before we go on break, Ghosty?
No, just if they want some laughs, go read Wendy's Twitter account.
Word. All right, guys. Shots. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes.
WTF Nation Radio.
What?
AKA the independent variable. Trap good, I was serving up the whole way. With a gold I bet. With a clothes I bet. With a dough I baby in the bank, you know I ain't tryna blow it out.
Gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket.
We gon' say that money.
I'm hunting, looking for a comer. This is fucking awesome.
The rap gang got it all wrong. We ain't bout to go and spend money just to flex on it. We ain't really got it like y'all. I'm a type of motherfucker that'll check the check, do the math, I ain't never getting robbed. Those margaritas not going on my card. I ain't about to split a damn thing for convenience sake. I'm at the restaurant working there waiting. Hold on, you ain't heard of Lil Day, young L, the Jew biz major. Fuck you know about the world he raised in. I've been saving money since a motherfucker 13. I wear the same pair of jeans every day. Freestyle with just homie 2 stamps away. Proof like December, but I leave in May. Drugs are generic, but still work the same. game. I get logins for Netflix from my cousin Greg. Thanks, Greg. With a gold up, yeah, baby. With a gold up, yeah, baby. With a dough up, baby, in the bank, you know I ain't talk gold up.
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a comer. This is fucking awesome.
All of my ladies is Louis V, I swear to God, nigga. All of my bitches be scared of me, I put that rod in them. All of them bitches acting thoughtless, I disregard them. All of them bitches acting holy, ain't got no God in them. I can teach a little nigga something like preach. I can take his ass to church, fresh and hell, no Easter. I can make his ass burp like a baby without no hiccup. I can
Quan, what does this have to do with saving money, though? You know what, a full verse would have been too expensive anyways, I think.
Parking at a less than meter green, homie. Haircut several months in between, homie. Hit the motherfucking lights when I leave, homie. Single fly TP, ass bleed. Airbnb, the motherfucking lease, I'm never there. I'm out of Cali, wanna fuck my company in Delaware. Happy hour taking out the chicken, I don't even care. Got a prize to both dating and wings. Heat matinees, phone bill, got the motherfucking fam on it. 401k, rolling over bands on it. Copping sweaters in the summer when the sale on them. The fuck you rappers bragging about, you overpaying for it. Low thread count, hard with the covers. Free trial memberships, dawg. I never joined the shits, dawg. Fuck you think this is, dawg? Frequent flying like a motherfucking fish, though. General style, half a dozen on the stick, just so I can whet the appetite a bit. What you talking about? My AC never doing nothing, blow fans. Walgreens car shopping all the off brands. Boy, go hard when collecting God Venmo. Save every motherfucking roach, try smoke. Take the clothes in my drawers, I ain't playing around. It's LD, little boy, Mr. Hand Me Down. Bloody drawers getting worn, can you blame me now? You think I got 450 up in quarters on me? Well, I fucking don't.
Worse than before they first get divorced, sewing her over furniture. It's the return of the. Oh, wait, no, wait, you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And Dr. Dre said, nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead, he's locked in my basement. Feminist women love Eminem. Chicka, Slim Shady, I'm sick of him. Look at him, walking around, grabbing his you know what, living a you know who. Yeah, but he's so cute, though. Yeah, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bedrooms. But sometimes you wanna get on TV and just let loose, but can't. But it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. My bum is on your lips, my bum is on your lips. And if I'm lucky, you might just give it a little kiss. And that's the message that we deliver to little kids and expect them not to know what a woman's is. Of course they're gonna know what in the course is. By the time they hit 4th grade, they got the Discovery Channel, don't they? We ain't nothing but mammals. Well, some of us cannibals, other people open it.
Every morning when I wake up, money on my mind, go time to get kicked up. Sunshine coming through my blinds, I'm living, but really though it's never enough. 10 billion, that's a must. Living in California, everybody wanna visit for. They come for. From all around the world for good. These niggas will kill for that. Put it in your grill for that. Still everybody got a bill for that. Me, I make meals off that. How the fuck y'all can't see I ride when I drive down the block and you look outside? HATE in your eyes, I enter big money for the enterprise. It's a beautiful day, I guess, for a bitch to roll with Andre, I guess. Roll it up, baby, come on, lift that trust and roll it up for me when I'm stressed.
You might catch me in Atlanta, looking like a boss. New Orleans and then Miami, party in New York. Texas, I be screwed up. Chi-Town, I be really pimpin'. But nothing like my hometown, now forever living.
Cool, man.
Yeah, shit's fucked, yo. Hold on.
All right.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Taco Truck. It's your host, KJ, and I'm joined by the wonderful and greatly bearded Pookie. Hey Pookie.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Ghosty had to back out of here. She got an appointment. She got to go run and handle those things over in her neck of the woods. And we ended last segment with a question that I posed on Tuesday, and I'll put it right back up in the comments right now, which was, how can the veteran community help heal the division in our country? And you heard my opinion and Ghosty's opinion at the end of last segment, and now I'm hoping to hear from you guys. What about you, Pookie? What do you think?
I mean, you want the veteran community to try and help the division in this country, is what you said?
Yeah. How can we heal as a community? How can the community come together and help heal this division? How can veterans as a whole, not individually, but as a whole, come together?
Well, I mean, that's like a very, very hard task and probably impossible to accomplish, because you're always going to have some sort of divisiveness in this country. But I mean, the best you could do is just like community outreach programs and stuff like that to people, and go and educate people, because some people are just plain old stupid.
All right. It's sounding like it's boiling down to it boils down to education. I mean, it's fucking months I've been saying that, and it's just hearing that and reaffirming that. That's just it's just like the iceberg is tipping over. It's just educate, fucking get smarter.
Our education system's in trouble right now. It's like a sinking ship.
It's memorization. It's not learning. It's why I don't have as much of a problem now that I've learned it. I've learned what Common Core math is. I have less of a problem about Common Core math because now I understand what it is.
I still don't understand that area multiplication. It blows my mind. I mean, it takes forever to do, and it makes no sense to me.
Okay. You're talking about in CCM. Yeah, it's like there's just some shit. It's like, when I first saw it, like using Common Core, for example, it made no sense to me in the beginning. But after going through and learning the problems and getting taught at Barney style, I was like, oh, it's not explaining how to do it, it's explaining why it's done like that. It's taking it to the theoretical side of it with a practical math like algebra. Where like you've got fucking calculus and fucking shit like that are theoretical maths, and you got practical maths like algebra and geometry where things don't change. Yeah, so schools are a mess. Feel free, call the show now, 415-889-8367. We're going to take this time to hear from you guys about how we can, as a community, what can we do? Should we organize? Should we organize education events? Should we teach Oh, you're goddamn right, it's a badass hoodie, Mikey. Do you want me to zip it up? I can zip it up for you, Mikey. Fuck it, hold on. I mean, what can we do as a community that can definitely help the division in our country? Do we form organizations that allow us to yeah, there we go. I got props. I got props on my show, Mikey. Zip it down. Can we form organizations that help educate? Can we create protest movements? Hey there, we have a caller. Hold on, Poog. Let me get him on. Hi there. Thank you for calling WTF Nation Radio. You're live on the air.
Hey, this is Allie. How are you today?
Good, Allie. What's going on?
You know, I like I said, I love the topic. This is awesome. Gosh, education would probably be one of the biggest things that needs to be tackled because, you know, that's the future and everything revolves around our kids, or should anyway. Part of what I've noticed with the schools is that, you know, parents, especially when you work in a community like I live in, you know, they either have, because of their own vices or reasons, have no ability or care to stay involved with the children's education. They think that's the teacher's issue, that's their job, that's what they get paid for. What do I need to do with it? So they don't take on that responsibility. Or because socioeconomic barriers, you know, income barriers, they are just not able to be involved. Either they don't have the hours because they're working 2 or 3 jobs, or, you know, the jobs always end up conflicting with the schedules of the kids, you know, so they're working or sleeping when they should be helping their kids with homework, and you just can't juggle all those balls at the same time. Something's going to drop.
And how can now the question posed? The question posed is, how can we, as the veteran community, help heal the division? And that means the entire community. So on an individual level, we have to be more involved. But as the community, how can we address that issue in the school? How can the veteran community directly address that?
Things that can be things that can help that are definitely needed is tutors, reading coaches, just somebody to spend an hour a week with a group of kids, helping them learn to read, or helping them with their math, or, you know, an after-school program helping them with their homework, you know, just somebody to work the after-school programs to keep kids off the streets and out of the gangs, and help foster a sense of care and concern for themselves and their neighbors, to teach that life is important, and that you need to, you know, help the person next to you and care about them enough to have their back. You know, those things are the basis. You know, there's things schools can do, you know, to get parents that are able more involved. If they have reading nights, a lot of schools will do like once a month a reading night, or even a movie night or a homework night. But getting the parents to get there is the issue. So for like small community schools, if all it takes is 1 or 2 kids in the classroom to say, I'm going, and, you know, bug their parents to death. And eventually one of them is going to give up and give in and call a friend and say, okay, I've got to go this, will you go with me? And if the schools can have, because, you know, again, we have poverty issues, if they would offer a meal or some kind of a snack, that would be a huge incentive. Now, getting that paid for is tough. We need the help of, you know, again, the community or larger corporations to get them through that door so that they can start helping and be there. As far as communities in general, with poverty and people just can't seem to get a working wage, I think to offset, the finances involved with feeding a family, community gardens. We have infrastructure problems in you know, all over. We know our roads and our bridges are just crazy bad. I think if Army Corps of Engineers specifically would be allowed to take over a percentage of the national grid, you know, from electric to, you know, for every road to handle that, to the roads, to the bridges, and then bring in from the community people that aren't necessarily union, and this would piss off the unions, I'm sure, because I know I've worked union for years. Bring in people from the communities to take care of working with the roads and help building. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. And you make excellent points. Now that's great as objectives that need to get taken care of, but we're focusing on healing the division. The Republican versus Democrat, the Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter, the Antifa versus fuck everything. How do we as the veterans, how can we unite on a common goal, which is bridging those gaps? Do we? Because a lot of veterans I know are a lot of people that I know, and a lot of the veterans I get to talk to, y'all's views are all over from fuck Hillary to I stand with her to, fucking I'm pro 2A, I'm not pro 2A. I've met everything and everyone in this community. We're the most varied. We're not all hardcore Republicans. We're all hardcore gun nuts and violence. What would be the best starting point for us as a community, as every veteran on the same mission? We have one mission. What would be the starting point for that mission, which is to heal and be that?
The only starting point, in my opinion, my view, the only way to get this started is to get people together. Because if you can't get them working next to each other on one common goal, and it doesn't need to be a political goal. Don't bring up fucking politics. Don't bring up fucking religion. Just get people working on something that will improve the life around them, because that's where you start to build, pride. And when you have pride in something that you guys are working on together, that a group of people is working on together, that's what breaks down the barriers. That's what, when people start talking to each other and they realize it doesn't matter if you're right or left or red or blue or pink or gray or whatever, it's what's being built is important.
Yeah. I agree with that, Allie. I appreciate you calling in, Allie. We're going to see if we can open
some
thanks
a lot.
Hey, thanks for your opinion.
No worries. Hey, have a great day.
Talk to you later, Allie. It's a good point. It's not an easy answer question either. It's definitely something we need to address quickly. And I hate Skype. God damn, you're just fucking doing your own thing over there, Skype. Someone said earlier, and I'm trying to find it, explain how people aren't getting a working wage. I don't think it's a matter of working wage. I think it's a matter of living wage. And that is with people think that $7.25 is a living wage. And it needs to be re-educated of, no, you cannot live off of $7.25, the federal minimum wage. And you need to re-educate and teach about how you can get better and do better and through education come back. Oh, Lord. Skype is just being a son of a bitch. Yeah, no one should have to work 2 to 3 jobs just to get by. That's what's murderous. Hey, Pookie, glad to have you back. How you doing, Pookster? Pookie, can you hear me? Oh, Lord. Yeah. And that's a good point. What needs to be addressed is what started this divide. When do we start seeing such a divide? We started seeing it, President Obama, President Bush. And the same demons I've been calling out, lack of education, the rapid advancement of technology, those are the same things that are causing this issue. It isn't just mass media or Black Lives Matter, or let's see if we can get Pookie on here again. Pookie, you got me, brother?
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil states what needs to be addressed is what started the division. When did we start seeing such a divide? I can tell you right now, the divide started mid-2000s. I want to say 2005, 2006. When most Americans aren't used, most Americans at that time period were at an age where they still remembered the Vietnam War. And we had plenty of veterans from that. We also had plenty of mothers, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers. And we had a bunch of young soldiers. And that's when you started seeing opinions coming out.
I blame it on social media, man.
And it's social media. It's technology. Technology allowed us to place these MySpace, Facebook, place our opinions out there and dictate to the world, this is my opinion, get over it, and the harsh reality is people aren't learning that your opinion doesn't mean shit unless you're in a position of power or public power.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, everyone stinks.
And Mikey, saying that you get out and no one wants to train you, they want to hire people who already know the job, I call bullshit. I call straight up bullshit. Because if you want a job bad enough, you can fucking get it. With or without training. I wanted a fucking job bad enough. 15 and a half hours, I was unemployed. I got a fucking job working as a manager. I had to learn all about fucking an industry. I had nothing. I just knew how to rock a cashier before that in that industry. So it's a, yeah. It's one of those things of you gotta be a tenacious little prick in the workforce. And you gotta know what you're worth, and is what you're worth equal to what they're paying. But moving back to the veteran community helping heal the division, Pookie, you were saying on social media.
Oh, social media is exactly where it's at, man. Like, I mean, there's tons of veterans outreach programs. Just a lot of people don't. I mean, the regular everyday Joe doesn't care about that. Yeah, it's just like people are very opinionated, and it's causing divisiveness. And then you've got other groups out there that are placing propaganda all over the place. It's like Antifa and stuff like that, and causing division on purpose. I keep going and ranting about it, but
yeah, no, and when you have a rapid, you can see it every couple hundred years. When you have a rapid advancement of technology, you have a rapid clash of ideologies. You know, the printing press and religion. Great fucking example right there.
Yeah, the printing press changed the way the entire world thought of things.
Yeah. So what would be the first step to getting us organized? I mean,
like I said, the sad part about it is social media. That's the best way to organize anything these days.
And what would be our first main objective? Well, what could we set our sights on as a community, as veterans? What could we set our sights on and go, that's what we're fixing first. That's what the first bridge we're going to cross and bridge. What are we going to fix first? Is it education? Is it fucking social studies, which is involving opinion and history and all that bullshit? Is it fucking science with the gender dysphoria, fucking binary cis fucking bullshit? What would we go after first? Is it lobbyists in fucking Washington? What would we go after first?
That would be a big thing to go after.
No, it'd be pretty small. I mean, have you seen how fucking fast they move? They go from the NRA over to fucking Big Pharma, all the way next over to fucking H&R Block to block free tax filing.
Oh, well, I don't agree with income tax anyways, so I think it's theft.
How's the government supposed to make money?
It's called consumer tax. It works. Yeah. Texas is a prime example of that.
Don't get me started on Texas. I love Texas so damn much. God damn it.
I mean, all you do is have a federal sales tax. It's flat, like 10%. Everyone's paying 10% all year long. You don't tax food and clothes, which are essential, and that's it. Everyone has an extra whatever, I don't know how much they take out of your paycheck every month, but if you add it up, that's more money in your pocket. More money you spend, guess what? More tax money.
Yep. But on top of that, income tax allows us to have funding for the public roads, the
roads,
the military, etc. 10%, and once again, that's a huge beast. Taxes is just a huge fucking beast we don't want to touch. But we're focused on things that divide us. What social media? How would we? Yeah, here we go. We're broadcasting on Facebook Live. Great example. We're broadcasting on Facebook Live. How can we use this platform, Facebook? How can we use that to bridge that divide? To start showing we as a community care, and we as a community don't want to continue to watch ourselves eat each other. I mean, Jay Reddy said it best on Tuesday. We're a nation of winners, and it's tribalism at its finest. But the harsh reality is, our country cannot survive off of tribalism, and winning is not the only option. You can win, lose, or choose not to fight.
I don't know. You could start by toppling the freaking media giants that are like dinosaurs in this day and age.
Well, that would be getting them back under government regulation and away from free ratings. And that brings up a whole new set of questions. How can we use social media to our advantage to help heal this division? Anyone. I'm asking anyone. Any of the 16 people that are here right now. 18, 20, however. Anyone. Zap me something. Anything. Give me a call. 415-889-8367. How can we use social media to immediately address the division? Nothing?
I can't. I mean, you're asking a question that's like going to have. This is like one of them questions where you have to have a group of like 100 people sit down, hash out, and figure it out.
And that's why I'm using this venue. We reach hundreds upon thousands of veterans today. You know, and we can be that voice. Here, you know what? Here's an idea, just off the spitballing off the top of my fucking head. We have all of these fucking veteran pages and Facebook groups and all that shit. Why don't we start fucking sponsoring things or doing things that are, and I'm not saying, this is my opinion, this is not the opinion to WTF Nation or WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is my opinion. But why don't we start doing things outside of social media instead of just posting the memes and laughing at JROTC students, which that war is still going on. Why don't we get out there? We host fucking barbecues on 4th of July. Fucking Veterans Day, instead of going in there and getting a free meal, we go grab someone off the fucking corner that's fucking starving. Be like, hey man, let's go eat. Why don't we start doing things for the community, putting out that presence of, hey, we're here and this is a fucking place. And lack of a better word, this is a fucking safe place to express what you are, who you are, and we'll fucking be there and mediate. And if things get fucking heated, we're fucking here. Because we're the fucking middle ground, the harsh reality. We chose to sign and defend this Constitution in these United States, and right now, these United States are eating themselves alive. So why don't
Could also start too by, the voting booths and shit. A lot of people don't go out and vote. I'm surprised at the amount of people that don't vote. And we got a big election coming up here, come November, and no one's even talking about it on the media.
Yeah, we have midterm elections. No, that's in 2018. We have fucking what is it? Governors or senators? I can't remember. It's one of the two.
It's I believe it's the House and your governors and stuff. There's a lot of governors. The governors, it depends on what year. It's weird, state to state. I know my governor elections, my state elections are coming up right now. People need to go out and vote. Vote to get these old dinosaurs that are career politicians out. Get them out. Because all they're doing is most of them are the reason why we have this divisiveness in this country.
Yeah. Fuck it. Get the new blood in. Fuck it. Go campaign yourself. Not saying you, Pookie. If you want to, you do it. But I'm just saying.
Oh, no. I'm not a politician, man.
Go campaign. Be the fucking change. Shit, we get enough of us in the House. We could fucking dominate the Senate. Fuck it. Be a veteran.
Yeah, that's the grassroots is always the best way to start, man. Start local. Pay attention to who's running locally. You know, you got this old sheriff that's been sitting around since the 70s just collecting taxpayers' dollars, not doing anything different for your community. Vote him out, get a new sheriff.
I mean, D-Max sits there, some of us do. How do you think we networked with war horses and shit? And then D-Max 2020. You got my vote, D-Max. Unless fucking General Mattis runs, you got my vote. But that's great. Some of us do. But we have no, from what I've seen, there's no central organized, I mean, there's the Veterans Party, the Veterans Political Party, where we had a candidate. Yes. Who the fuck was our candidate? That's the question.
I don't know. There was a whole bunch of candidates that never even got to speak during, presidential-wise during the debates because of that stupid rating scheme, which I think is just outdated. I really hate that crap.
Oh, they're already set up for fucking 2020 bastards. I'm trying to find out who was our candidate for the Veterans Party, which is that. I mean, the Veterans Party
I
of
can name
America.
probably 100 senators are probably sitting around. Well, not 100 senators, probably about 25 senators have been in there for longer than 20 years. Some of them are on Alzheimer's medication. That should send a red flag to you, but no one goes out to vote.
I mean, it's just frustrating, guys, because we have when we have a call to action, bam, everybody jumps up, and when we have a national tragedy in some shape or form, be it a shooting or a fucking natural disaster like Irma or Harvey, bam, we all, okay, I'm going, I'm on it. But day to day, what about the day-to-day shit? What about the shit in between of the emergencies where it's expected of us already to stand up for the emergencies? What about the day-to-day shit? That's the thing I'm asking about. You know,
Yeah, like the homeless guy on the corner that's just there all the time starving and no one cares about him.
The fucking politicians that, there are people here that have great fucking opinions and great fucking speaking manner and don't lace every sentence with fuck, shit, damn, bitch, ass, blah, 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 like I do. That can definitely go sit in fucking Congress and help form policy and create law. What are we doing? What are we doing other than posting memes on Facebook and reforming the same nonprofits? Nothing against nonprofits, but we're reforming the same nonprofits that doing the same mission trying to do it on a national scale. I mean, what are we doing? That's my question. How are we helping to heal? How are we organizing and how are we doing this? Anyone. With a beer.
And also, we got known terrorists working as professors and schools around the United States teaching these kids extreme communism's okay. I mean, that don't help either.
Well, once again, we can't. I'm a constitutionalist. We can't deny someone something because of their political views. We can't. If someone believes in communism, we can't sit there and say, you're not welcome in the United States.
Yeah, but that completely conflicts the Constitution. You know what I'm saying?
But unfortunately, the Constitution allows it. That's the truth, and that's the harsh reality. That fucking I said a couple days ago, that second lieutenant that is at Fort Drum, that communism will win.
Oh, that piece of shit.
That. Yeah, he's a piece of shit for posting that in a hat. Wrong place, wrong uniform, wrong fucking time to do it. But if he turns out to be an officer that looks out for his Joes, takes care of his Joes, and he's currently deployed in Afghanistan, apparently he has a CIB already. Fucking hell yeah! If he does his fucking job, I don't give a shit. If he keeps his political views out of it, I don't give a shit. But when you sit there and actively, and that's the thing about politics and about political views, you actively approach and talk about. So if someone's a communist in the United States, which we've had since communism started, since Karl Marx wrote that book, we've had a communist party. The only time we've gone on communist witch hunts is when we thought they were communists for fucking Russia or China or fucking Cuba. But the Communist Party of the USA has been around for a pretty damn long time. And they're protected. Freedom of speech.
Oh, I'm all down with that. But it just doesn't, I mean, it completely clashes with everything our country stands for.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. But it clashes. It does. But that's the beauty of this country. If there's something we don't like, and if the majority of people go to communism and say, well, we don't like this whole capitalism thing, let's change it. That's the beauty of our country, is that if we don't like something, we change it. I hate to use such an extreme example, but that's the truth of it. We didn't like fucking, we didn't fucking like, okay, I'm thinking of something. We didn't like government-regulated media. There we go. What happened? Executive orders, bills, shit like that. Now we have media, but the media runs off of ratings. We didn't like that CNN was, those were government run. Now we have ratings based. Now we don't like ratings based. What can we do? We can request for government oversight.
Or just let the media do their thing.
Well, the media ain't going to do their thing when they have the ratings game. They get paid more if ratings are better. The minute you pull out ratings...
Yeah, but who really watches some of these? I mean, I'm shocked to see that some of these news stations are still, like, surviving, especially after the whole fiasco with CNN, like, posting all that fake news and stuff. People still listen to it, though. It blows my mind.
Because, unfortunately, and here's the reality, CNN isn't always posting fake news. Neither is Fox, neither is fucking Sky News or fucking Al Jazeera or BBC or RT, Russia Today. They're not always posting fake news. 99% of it you can fucking cross-reference. The reality is that we're looking for that fucking thing. The American population is looking for that. That doesn't add up. We're always looking for that. It doesn't add up. Because we've been lied to so much. I'm reading your comments right now, guys. But for you're going to say.
So
I'm very confused by your comments, Eric. It isn't making very much sense to me. How can we let's make that let's say that's our first goal, using social media. Back to the original question. Let's say it's our first goal, using social media to help bridge these divisions, bridge these divides. Fucking use it to organize events. What else, Pookie? What else do you think we can use? Fucking get interest in politics. What else?
Politics. I don't know. I mean, stop supporting things that, divide this country. I mean, simple as that.
Well,
like that whole NFL crap. I said, screw it, and I stopped watching it. I don't want to watch football for politics. I want to watch football for football. So there's another way, and don't feed into things like that.
Yeah, but even then, if you want to watch football for football, I agree. I want to watch an artist for art and their interpretation. I want to, I just fucking let my liberal out. But, first way to bridge is to shut
wrong with
them
the
down.
arts, man.
What's up?
So there ain't nothing wrong with the arts. I love like paintings, going to art galleries and stuff like that. I mean, it's just it separates us from the animals, man.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the if someone wants to paint, the equivalent of Guernica today regarding the U.S., it'll be about police brutality. It'll say police brutality. Fuck yeah. But we gotta, I think the biggest thing is we gotta understand. Hey man, I got some Vans hanging. What the hell? I'm confused, D-Max. What do you mean by Vans? Oh, guys, this is an inside joke, Pookie.
No, when I heard that, I was like, D-Max said that. I know he did.
I'm so confused.
D-Max confuses the shit out of me 99% of the time.
Paintings. Yeah. Fucking people are always going to fucking talk about what bothers them. For example, Black Lives Matter and police brutality. If you look at what happened in Washington with that free speech rally, where they invited Black Lives Matters to come up and talk, and they got 2 minutes, and they talked, and then what happened afterwards? There was fucking peaceful communication. We want CENTCOM, CJSOTF, retirement and disability guidelines. We want Geneva pay, not the Vietnam rating / World War II, sorry Uncle Rip. Does that make any sense to you, Pookie?
I have no idea.
I do not know what you're talking about, Eric. If you want to explain it, please feel free to call the show 615.
Yes, it'd be easier for you to explain it.
8367, because I have no idea what you're talking about, brother. I apologize. I'm a bit too young to know the Vietnam rating / World War II. Sorry, Uncle Rip. Yeah, but
you know, did you see? This is another thing too. Did you see that thing? I think I posted it a couple days ago. I guess a judge okayed for them to take down World War One memorial.
Yeah. I'm pulling it up now. Why?
Because it had a cross on it. I mean, it was called the Cross of Peace or something like that. But I mean, understand, but it's a memorial to World War I veterans. I mean, this still feeds into the divisiveness of this country.
Yeah, I mean, look at the. So instead of fucking sitting there and going, "Oh, those fucking twat waffles, how dare they fucking do that?" How the fuck would we come to a compromise here?
Yeah, well, how about mind your own business? If you see something that offends you, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, but
or
I see
be civil about it. Be like, I don't agree with that, you know. But to go through the whole process of removing things from sight because it offends you, we're too soft these days. That's the problem.
It isn't about. Remember, we have a separation of church from state. We have a separation of church from state. And in 2014,
I understand that. It wasn't the government that put that monument up, though.
But in 2014, and here's what we're going to say. The American Humanist Association, a group that believes that being good without a God, filed a lawsuit alleging the cross-shaped memorial is unconstitutional and demanding it be demolished. And it was put up there by the American Legion.
Okay, is the American Legion the government?
But this is the thing. We're fucking sitting there, and instead of fucking saying, "Oh, those fucking assholes," there's always a fucking compromise. You don't need to tear that shit down. Why don't you just fucking placard, fucking man, anything, you know, if someone, it isn't a matter of being offended or not, it's just, there's always compromise. We're no longer looking for that middle ground, and that's what I'm asking. How can we find that compromise? We as veterans who are so spread out amongst the political spectrum about opinion, about all that, how can we find that compromise? How can we find that middle ground? That's what I'm asking. You know, and it seems like
that's what I'm saying. No, there's no middle ground at all anymore.
But right here, we'll go with this World War I memorial. The obvious middle ground would have, instead of filing a fucking lawsuit alleging it's fucking unconstitutional, demanding it be demolished, altered, or removed. Fuck the demolished, altered. Change it. It's a fucking memorial. You can change it from a cross because you don't know that everyone that died was a cross. I see their point there. I see their point. I'm not agreeing with it, but yes. I see it. And put a soldier up, standing at attention. It's a compromise. It's a middle ground. It shows respect to the veteran, a direct respect to the time period. It's a middle ground. Or the high school getting renamed to Obama. What? Hold on. I saw that somewhere too. What high school's getting renamed to Obama? Oh god.
And this whole renaming thing just blows my. This is what happens. I'm telling you, Americans have become soft, and we're a laughingstock of some places in the world. They laugh at us because we get so easily offended over the dumbest shit.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Some school got re-fucking named to Obama?
I didn't see that anywhere.
I don't see that anywhere.
I'm pretty sure that would have been one of the things that popped up on my feed because I get a lot of weird news like that, and I didn't see anything related to that.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to rename it, high schools get renamed all the fucking time. Shit. But fucking, if they want to rename it to, you know, President Obama High School or Obama High School, what the fuck ever?
It's whatever.
Check
I mean,
time minus elapsed time of comment. I have no clue what you mean, Eric. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Eric. Yeah, I mean, you could play that devil's advocate alley of if you alter a statue, then the work is no longer a creation of the artist. But that's the thing. We can't sit there and, okay, I understand, moving on, sticking with the statue thing. We'll use that as a great example. General Forrest, the supposed head of the Ku Klux Klan, the first Grand Dragon. I can understand that shit. Fucking here in Nashville, they took down that, and then the same group that took it down, legally and lawfully, went over to the fucking Civil War monument for the Boys in Gray, and fucking cleaned it up and made it look a little better and prepped it. They didn't go fucking balls to walls like fucking Memphis did. But I can understand when it's common sense shit. You don't want to honor those that are fucking shitbags. When it's something like this, a cross, okay, if the cross is an issue, use a soldier. Use a fucking,
I don't know.
A big fucking
I find that statue of Lenin, and I can't remember, it's over on the West Coast, very offended. I want it down.
Okay, what's the reason?
Because he killed a lot of people from starvation.
Okay, so Lenin killed a lot of people from starvation. Okay, cool. Valid reason. Okay. I'm for it standing up, though. Or for finding a middle ground. Remember, it's not, the statue is not just representing Lenin and commemorating him. The middle ground, that I'm looking for is, what does it represent? What is the statue actually there for? Or is it just there for fucking Lenin? If it's just there for fucking Lenin, he's a shitbag. Yeah, tear it down. But if it's there for the achievements of communism, what are the achievements for communism? Okay, is there something that better represents that? There's middle grounds everywhere.
I can't name one achievement for communism.
The AK-47.
Okay.
The BTR.
That was Kolizhnikov's creation, not the communist creation.
But was he not a communist, Tovarich?
He might have been. I don't know.
All I know is that my favorite rifle was made by a commie.
You want to talk guns? Listen, have you seen the AK-12 yet?
Seen it. I got one. There's one here at the fucking Kalashnikov USA. Gave one here to Nashville Armory. Fucking shot that motherfucker. It's great.
The AK-12?
Yeah, dude. There's one sitting in Nashville Armory just for fucking show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's fucking great, bro. Oh shit, that's a fucking staple. Here, my foot. Hi.
What's this? This is a 5.8 millimeter or something like that.
I don't remember off the top of my head, brother. Fuck, that is a fucking fuck. All right, I'm done playing with that staple near my foot. But fucking shit like that, there's always a middle ground. Be it fucking the statues and tear them down or leave them up, or fucking, which is better, AK or M16? FAL or G3. There's always a middle ground for something. KJ's eyes lighting up like a kid on Christmas morning. I know. I'm a very emotive person, Allie. Lord Almighty. The solution I pose is let's start looking for that middle ground and hosting that middle ground. That's my opinion. That's what I feel we should do.
I don't know. Our country has really swung way from the founding days to now. It has swung really to the left.
And there's plenty of people that say it swung really hard to the right. I mean, I pride myself in being an independent constitutionalist, and I see New York is fucking hardcore left, Texas is hardcore right, Florida is right in the fucking center. It's 50-50. Fucking California hard left, fucking Tennessee 50-50. Georgia, hard right. Why do we have this? It just is. But fucking, we're one of the largest organizations in the country. We're all across political spectrum. We're all across fucking opinions. We need to fucking be that middle ground. Someone has to. Why not us? Why not us?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I said. I mean, if you go to school for like political science or law or something like that, and you're a veteran, run for political office, change things, go out there and change stuff.
KJ 2032. There we go. KJ 2032.
I would never put myself in that position.
I would not be thrilled about it, but if it happened, I would. You ever notice people that don't want to lead make the best leaders? Fuck that. I just want to fucking do my radio show. Drink fucking peach schnapps because it's Thursday, and that's what I drink on Thursday.
Really? That's
Yes. Going all fucking gin and tonic on you. All right.
Yeah, I can't drink liquor no more, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, I really want a fucking Budweiser now. I'm all fucking hyped up. It's like, what can we do as Americans, as veterans? Get yourself a Bud. That's what I need right now.
You know what cracks me up about that? Like, everyone's like, Budweiser is America's beer, but it's really owned by someone in Belgium, I think.
Belgium's, yeah. It's Belgium's. Fucking... Oh, Lord. That's why Yingling's the best.
That's the oldest beer brewery in the United States.
Yep, and they only are distributed through Budweiser. They're not owned by Budweiser. So...
I used to drink the crap out of Yingling. Now I switched over to Coors.
I can't have Coors, man. My ex-wife's family used to drink Coors, and I was like, eh. Every time I sip it, I'm like, oh my god, regret, fat flying everywhere. That isn't mine. Okay, I'm not talking about my ex-wife on the radio, though. Fuck that shit. That'll be another day. Okay, so we gotta do some house cleaning. Get your brooms, get your mops ready. Fucking make it all nice and pretty for the platoon sergeant. All right. So, as you know, we have a show every day of the week. Thursday night we have Sergeant's Time with Ice and Mike Golf and Doc Madness. They're gonna have an awesome guest tonight. Jonathan Kapenger from CBS Radio, ConnectingVets.com. This Cali native reports full-time with the Department of Veteran Affairs for ConnectingVets.com. And he's a Navy vet, joined in 87. Assignments as a broadcaster took him to Puerto Rico and Italy. And while he was based in Naples, he anchored a weekly TV news magazine for U.S. naval forces across Europe. Then became a conservation educator for the Walt Disney Company, helping make the best park in Disney, in my opinion, Animal Kingdom. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Moved to D.C. around 2000, worked with trade associations, and then eventually achieved a lifelong goal of becoming a civil servant in the VA. And got in the VA and started hosting as an admin officer, and then started hosting the department's monthly TV news program, The American Veteran, that earned him an Emmy nomination. I'm looking forward to hearing from him tonight. Friday we have Friday Night Freedom with Minx and Mud Puppy. Be sure to ask about Summer and 19.1 Inches if you haven't been following along. Tell him KJ told you ask him that. D-Max, would you do that for me, bud? Then on Saturday we have Saturday Night Savagery with Pookie and Jay Reddy. Anything going on this Saturday that we should know about? Anything fun and exciting, Pookie?
Nothing that I can think of. Just tune in. It's always a good show.
Oh, man. Titties and beer this Saturday, more than likely. It's my prediction. I'm usually wrong, though. Mondays, we have the Monday edition, our flagship show. It's got Ice, and Ice is going to be on, I think, is it Flash or... I think he's going to Flash or Mud Puppy on with him. I don't remember which. He'll be on there Monday. Tuesday, we have Tied Up Tuesdays with Minx, as well as your lunch show is on Tuesday, Jose's Taco Truck with me and Ghosty. We're also on Thursdays from 12 to 1 p.m. And all night shows are from start at 8 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then fast forwarding to the 28th of October, next Saturday, I'm fucking jealous and I want to fucking ask questions that day, Pookie. You got Greg Stevens from Research and Investigations of the Paranormal, RIP. Fucking love that acronym. That's great. Greg Stevens is a retired first sergeant. He started investigating paranormal events in the state of Texas, and he's going to be on the show on Saturday Night Savagery to talk about his organization, his team, and what they do and what they've experienced. So they use scientific methods to gain a better understanding of unexplained events and they provide their investigations at no cost to the client. So they promote public awareness and preservation of historical sites and work with the public to educate how paranormal investigations are conducted. I'm super excited for that show. Super excited.
Oh, me too.
By the way, don't forget to check out our partners, Project Overwatch. For the love of God, I cannot stress it enough. Check out this Paw Patrol campaign. This is an awesome campaign that they have where they put cameras on the canines' back. You've heard me say it. Situational awareness, keeping that officer involved, keeping that officer able to make those calls and go in or pull out of dangerous situations for the dog. It's an awesome thing. Check it out. Just look up project-overwatch.org and pardon me, and check it out from there. I just think that's brilliant, putting the cameras on the backs of the dogs and
oh yeah,
go, run, heal, whatever the commands are. And then my hopefully next major vacation, War Horses for Veterans. 3-day equine and networking experience. They get the opportunity to, vets get the opportunity to bond with horses as well as each other. Safe and comfortable country environment. Eat some good Midwest food. I don't really need more Midwest food, but I guess I want to go and have some. Drink some beer, ride some horses, tell the no shit there I was stories that you just love telling. But this time not at your local VA. You can actually tell them around a campfire. And hey, man, from what I saw with the pictures and watching, Ice and everybody just hanging out, walking around. Was it Ice or Ice went there?
It was Red Leg. It was Red Leg that went there.
Red Leg watching. God, those two look similar. Watching Red Leg ride the horses. I'm like, oh man, that sounds like a perfect weekend getaway. Ghosty and I want to go. You want to come with us, Pookie?
Yeah, I would definitely be down.
Okay. We'll figure this out. You drive to me. Well, actually, you'll pick up Ghosty. She'll fly over. Then you two carpool to me, and then we'll fly from here. Sound good? Does that make sense?
I guess. It'd just be easier for us all to fly the fuck out there.
Nah, fuck that shit. We gotta have these unnecessary complicated steps. Other than that, I got nothing else for house cleaning. Pookie, you got any last things for him?
Yeah, you got your election coming up here soon. Get out, research your damn delegates and stuff like that, or whatever it is, and freaking vote, man.
Yeah, definitely go out there, vote, find out who your delegates are. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get organized, guys. We got a problem here, and we're one of the largest groups in the country. Let's see if we can find a way to get ourselves organized and moving on this problem. Other than that, I got nothing other than have a good day and shots.
Get me deep into the photography. I don't really need your sympathy, just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got, and is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier, Green Beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is a run to the gunfight. Give peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media portrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. A few are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.